Welcome back to Trailmakers with Fenrir. Today we're here in Pioneers to take on some Botnaks with my Replica tanks. Everything from the little L3 all the way up to the much more advanced Vertel 20. And along the way, I'll be going over to War Thunder to check out the inspirations and references so that you can see what they actually are supposed to look like and how close I got to them. But anyways, let's start off with the L3, being that it's the weakest one out of all of them. So let's pop over to War Thunder and check out what it's supposed to look like. So here's the L3 as it's supposed to look, in all of its tiny glory, with its little 20mm cannon and barely any armor. And yeah, it's pretty weak. Takes a couple shots just to kill even an armored car. Though it does fire more rapidly than the Trailmakers version does. And it can still do some work, deal some damage. It's just, it can't really take any damage in return, given the lack of armor, with only 2 crew members crammed in there. It's, you know, it's the L3. So yeah, not too bad of a replica, but it's going to be pretty weak, so let's get it out of the way. Oh, we got some surprise Botnaks. I can actually, yep, line up and get a shot at them. They move around a little unpredictably, but these basic ones like to stay still quite a lot too. It's the tier 3 ones that are going to be a lot more trouble. A little bit of damage, but looks like our cannon's mostly fine. That's the important part. Oh, too slow. Too low. Still too low. They haven't noticed me yet, though. There we go. Good surprise attack. Ah, I managed to get all 3 of them. I'm better with the L3 than I thought. But if I manage to get through my challenge without losing all of my tanks, I'll still show the ones that are left at the end, just so they don't get left out. Oh, missed. There's a good hit. Okay, got a little bit of damage on me. Missed again. Don't want to shoot them when they're right up on top of me, otherwise oh, even that was too close? Nuggets. Well, I just shot my own gun off, so the L3 is out of commission. Next we have the AB-43, which I'll quickly finish off this Botnak with. Then we'll head over to War Thunder and see what it's supposed to look like. This one I didn't do quite as good a job on the turret, I don't believe, but you'll see for yourself. Now here's the AB-43, Italian light tank. And obviously it's a wheeled tank, which means its handling is kind of butts. So we've got little machine gun, and a half-decent cannon. And the thing that I got the worst on the replica, I think, is the turret. My turret's a lot simpler and a lot taller, but other than that, I got a lot of the details on it. I could go more detailed, I'm sure. Maybe I'll revisit that build later, but let's get back to Trailmakers and do some stuff with it. And I realize now that I didn't actually mention my plan of attack against these Botnaks. The idea is I'm going to go from Leaf's Vale down around here to the Botnak fortification in this corner, then head up to Tungsten, or Mount Tungsten, and get a new respawn point at Tungberg, before heading up to the Wastelands and hitting the Botnaks there. Then of course going over to Port if I can say it right, Port Aqualite. We'll head over there and get a new respawn before heading over to the Wetlands setup with Botnaks. And finally, we'll make our way up the ramps to the crater and fight the boss. And any Botnaks that we get near along the way we'll also fight. And we'll see if we get all the way through all the bots without losing all our tanks, or if we've got some tanks to spare at the end. Anyways, let's get back to it. Oh, I forgot the handling on this is pretty bad. It's actually even worse than the War Thunder one's handling, I think. Here's our first Botnak installation. Let's start taking out the shield. Well, there's actually a bot over there too. It sees us. We've got a machine gun and a double cannon on this. We've got quite a bit more firepower than the L3 had. While we had it, I shouldn't have taken that shot. Now we've only got our little cannons. And our lights, we don't need them. This isn't going to be very good. Why can't I go? Oh. I think I'm missing an engine. Oh. No, I definitely can't go. I'm missing my wheels. Oh, this is bad. This is a bad run. Alright, we have to avenge our AB-43. So I'm gonna take out... I'm going to take out the ISC-122. And the piston glitching isn't too weird on this one, so you kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. So we'll head over to War Thunder before you drop into the fight again. So here we are with the ISU-122. And as you might have noticed, the gun mounting is a lot more round on this one than my replica version, but I was doing the best I could. I might try building at a different scale to get the roundness better, but we've only got so many round blocks to work with in Trailmakers. But anyways, the handling on this, it's not the best as far as tank destroyers go. It's kind of heavy and a little slow. But things it does have going for it is a very high-powered machine gun, and a very high-powered main cannon, being that it's 122mm caliber. It absolutely obliterates the Panther 4, or Panzer 4. Then the Panther over here, if we don't bounce the shell, it'll go right through it. Okay, it didn't go straight through it, but it damaged it. But anyways, let's get back to Trailmakers and get back into the fray. So let's see what we can do with it. Gotta beware of those close shots again. I don't want to lose my cannon tip to my own fire a third time in a row. Let's use a smart cannon there. Finish it off with the main. I missed with the mains. There we are. Okay, now we can take a little better look at my replica here now that we're out of combat. And as you can see, it's not perfectly accurate by any means, but it gets the point across. It definitely looks like the Soviet ISU or SU kind of vehicle. But let's move on. We're heading up to Tungberg and fighting whatever we come across along the way. Oh, I was grabbing some water when that Botnak popped up. Having some trouble turning on the grass. Might actually stop and turn up the gyro if it's not all the way up. It does have proper engine tank steering too, but in order to really maneuver on the grass, it helps to have a gyro. And yeah, it's already at max strength. I'm not going to put a second one in, that'd be excessive. It doesn't have to be able to, like, spin like a ballerina or anything, and it wouldn't be too tank-like then. As I thought, we got some more Botnaks up around the corner here. Take a shot at them before they notice us. Did I just get all three of them? I did. One shot, 3 kills. Well, I suppose technically it's 3 shots with the triple buff cannon shells, but 1 volley, 3 kills. And there's some more over the hill there. And here we are and some more. That's gonna be too high. Ooh, I got 2 of them in one blow there. There we are. Doing real well with this Soviet tank destroyer here. Little headlight and everything. And here we are at our first destination. So I don't know if that'll actually reset our checkpoint here, but if I die, I'll come back here. Into the dunes. You can already see the tower in the distance. That's our next destination, but we've got a set of Botnaks in the way here, so let's take them out real quick. Well, the hill threw off my shot really bad there. And again, just like in War Thunder, it's hard to shoot on the move. Approaching our next Botnak installation. This one's going to be a lot tougher because it's got those tier 3 ones with the shields and much more erratic movement pattern. So let's start taking out the main shield. Try to dodge the artillery and take it out. Okay, we got the artillery. We hit our first... I want to hit our first shielded drone before they notice us. There we go. Okay, I landed 2 good hits on it and it still didn't even bust through the shields yet. Let's run the smart cannon as much as possible. Okay, there's 1 down. Still gotta get through the shields in the second one, and there is a 3rd. getting too close for me to fire the main cannon sometimes. Quick little thing. That was way too early. Oh, and some ramming damage finished it off by the looks of it. They do take a little bit of damage if they come into contact with you too fast. Ooh, direct hit with all 3 shells there. That was way off. Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. Perfect. Yeah, starting to take quite a bit of damage to our front end. I'll take a look at that in a second. Oh, between a rock and a hard place there, but we got it. Okay, yeah, the seat's starting to get exposed, and so are all the cannon joints. Could lose either one in the next confrontation. But it's just one of the typical sets of 2 drones and a tank over here, so hopefully we should get the jump on them and not get too hurt. Oh, I actually got one. A good range shot. There we are. Okay, onward to Port Aqualite. Looks like we're more damaged. Our cannon's just hanging on by a block, and oh, we've got some more friends. I don't want to just use the smart cannon on all of them because that feels a little cheap, but it's there because the Worth Under one's got a good machine gun on it, so we've got the smart cannon instead of just tiny cannons. Now let's see just how far we can take this ISU-22. Or ISU-122. I think I said that wrong the first time. We'll tag those guys later when we head up the hill for the boss fight. And as we round this next corner, there's going to be an artillery. Oh, there goes our main cannon. Not sure whether they shot it off or it got blasted off by the artillery, but... Oh! And I tripped over it. No! No! Come on! Yes! There's no gyro stabilizer in there, this is very bottom heavy. It's like one of those boxing clowns. That put us all the way back to Leap Valley, but we got to Port Aqualite, so that's our respawn. Let's get another slow one out of the way with the M3 Lee. It's got 2 turrets and a sponson and some logic to separate them out. So we can control just the sponson, just one of the turrets, or just one of the other turrets. or have the sound effects and lights and stuff. But let's pop over to War Thunder real quick and see what it's supposed to look like. Now here's the M3 Lee with all of its many turrets. We've got the big ol' spawns and howitzer in the front. We've got the main turret. And then we've got the little machine gun turret on top of that, which is even harder for me to keep up with rotating. But we've got a wide assortment of guns on here. But as you can see, they're not the most powerful weapons in the world. Even just against an AA and a little light tank over there, we kind of had some trouble taking them down. So doesn't bode the best for the Replica, if even the War Thunder version has some issues. But all in all, I didn't do the worst job on the Replica. Got most of the major features on it. So let's head back. And yeah, let's get on our way. Alright, round 2 of these guys. There's one drone. There's the other remaining drone. One hit on artillery, 2 hits on artillery. And we even dodged their hits. That went pretty smoothly, considering I was using only a single tank cannon, as opposed to the triple tank cannon and smart cannon combo on the last one. But I don't think I'm going to hold up quite as well against this Botnak installation here in the wetlands. Because they got some more of those tier 3 drones. They're going to be really tough to hit, and really like to get up in my face. So let's start blowing away the shield. And head up to what just might be our doom. Oh, that one noticed just that it jumped right off the cliff. Alright, and then one hit, but now it noticed us finally. I'm actually gonna switch to our little tiny cannon. That might do us more. Oh, they're shooting through the floor at me. That's not fair. That's not fair. Oh no, don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. Oh no, I'm waterlogged. Well, they'll come to me at least. Let's switch to main cannon for now. Let's see if we can land some more good hits. But even if I decide it's okay for me to jump out and move my tank, I can't do that in the middle of combat or else they'll just kill my little character. Well, looks like they took out the sponson gun, so I don't even have my backup weapon. Not to be too useful when I can't turn. Hold on, I've got the gyro, so I suppose I can turn a little bit, but not very much at all without main tank steering. Oh, and there goes turret. There goes all the turret. Alright, M3 Lee is dead. What's next? Slide over to dry land to spawn. Next up we have the Concept 3. And we'll spawn it in real quick, and then we'll head over to War Thunder as I dodge these shots and see what it's supposed to look like. So here's the lovely Concept 3 with very angled hull and everything. And as you can see, it's an 8-wheeled light tank. It's a British light tank. And we've got a half-decent machine gun. And if I line it up, you'll see how much recoil the main cannon has. It's kind of comical. Here, if I get the vehicle pointed or facing sideways, line up on target, the whole vehicle just absolutely bucks sideways. It's a nice powerful gun, and although it takes a little moment to get up to speed, it can go pretty darn fast. And as far as a wheeled vehicle in War Thunder goes, it actually has pretty decent handling. And I've been using this at well above its battle rating, mostly for capturing the points really quickly, but well, if I don't miss, it can still deal some decent damage. You can see we've got some points on the indicator where it can go through. So I can take out the breach on the Panther. And if we get a modest side shot, it can go through. I don't think it can go through the front very easily, though. And certainly not going to do too well against the Tiger from the front. But I'll take one more shot at it before heading back to Trailmakers. Oh, I saw a flash of yellow or green there. I'm colorblind, so I can never tell which it is, but it wasn't red. I can't find that point again. Let's just take one shot. Doink! Doing a terrible job at dodging these shots. Now this does have a smart cannon on it, but it's coaxial, so I still have to aim the main barrel generally in their direction to get a lock on. A little bit more reasonable than having it on the aiming servo in terms of realism. Well, not necessarily realism, but I suppose reflecting on War Thunder style, where everything just aims in the direction you shoot, or shoots in the direction you look. Words. Apparently I can't drive and think at the same time. Yeah, let's get this one first, closer. I missed a stationary object the first shot. There we are. Now you can get a little bit better look at it, though we're slightly dinged up. And yeah, it's the Concept 3, one of my favorite light vehicles in War Thunder. Well, a slight detour. Oh, I already hear the artillery waking up there. Got the artillery right away. Good hit. And finish it off with the cannon. Alright, let's head up to the boss fight. See if we can accomplish it with just the Concept 3. Or if we'll have to dig deeper into our reservoir of Replica tanks. But we've still got some pretty good ones left. Oh, and here we are. We'll shoot off a couple of the legs and gather up a horde of bots before we start blasting them. That's quite a few. That's quite a few. Oh, but when they cluster together like that, I can do multi-kills. Ooh, that was 4-on-1. Oh, and I'm not paying attention to the artillery enough anymore, though. Too close to cannon shot. One more leg. Oh, 4 popped at that time. I thought it was only 2 per leg. Hey, whatever. And now the inevitable hit by the EMP. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, good. Got the tank. Oh, there's so many of these little guys. Let's shoot the leg. I'll chase after us and kind of cluster up again. Get off me. You silly Botnak. I think that's all little guys. One more leg. Missed. With the core. Get EMP'd. Oh no! Oh no! That's all of my weapons gone. Okay, Concept 3 taken out. And I should be able to finish things off with the Retel 20, because it's got a powerful rapid-fire gun, an auto-aim rocket for the anti-tank missile, and then a backup smart cannon. So this one ought to do the job, but let's head over to War Thunder to see it off real quick. So here's the Retel 20. We've got a rapid-fire 20mm main cannon, as well as anti-tank guided missile. And we do have some extra machine guns here, which are kind of unnecessary when the main cannon does this. The same thing but better. But obviously we don't have like guided missiles in Trailmakers, so we just have the rocket with the lock on. But that's close enough for Trailmakers. So let's get back to it. And let's do the finishing blow. And there we are. And now we'll go ahead and pull out the rest of the tanks and shut them off here in a War Thunder real quick. In no particular order, here's the G6, which is a tank destroyer / artillery of its own. Or maybe it's self-propelled gun? I don't know. Categories for vehicles are weird. But yeah, it's got a triple cannon, and no backups. So let's see them over in War Thunder real quick. Then here we have the G6. British tank destroyer artillery thing. And there's definitely some elements that I'm missing on my replica, but the replica's not actually quite finished yet. It's one of the more recent ones, and I need to go back to it and finish it off. But we don't have any auxiliary guns, we just have... I'm not even going to waste a shot on that because it takes a while to reload. We have a 155mm high explosive shell. So it'll pop pretty much everything. We'll skip right over to Tiger next. Tiger 2 over there, because it takes quite a while to reload this, so I'm only going to take a couple of shots. We'll go ahead and take a shot right at the chunk of it. And, yep, the overpressure just pops the entire tank. I think it has like 60mm of fragmentation penetration, but I think it's the overpressure that's getting through things like the Tiger. Then there's the Panzer IIIJ, which has no auto-aim, but good machine guns. And it's got 2 tank cannons on it. And we'll head over to War Thunder to see that real quick. So here's the Panzer IIIJ. And as you can see, the turret's smaller than my replica. But other than that, we've got a very rapid fire, decently powered machine gun. And we've got a good strength and reload on our main cannon too. What is that? Oh, it's a T-34, that's why. But it is a little bit low on the battle rating. It does have good mobility. And yeah. Let's head back over to Trailmakers and start wrapping things up. So the turret's definitely a little too chunky, but overall not too bad. Then we have the French 2C, which would have been one of my reserve tanks for this challenge because it's very hardy, much like its War Thunder compatriot. And it's got a lot of machine guns going on for it. But only a single main cannon. It's not doubled up or tripled up or anything like that. But yeah, we'll head over to War Thunder and see it real quick. Then here we've got the 2C, an absolute behemoth, complete land ship. It has 12 crew in it, which is one of the reasons why it's got such high survivability. In War Thunder, it's only got a couple of its machine guns operational, but you can see we've got the ones here on the sides, one in the front, which is operational, and then we've got the turret on the back, which has an actual machine, like, minigun on it in Trailmakers to support the fact that it's its own turret. And it has okay damage, not the best, but it is pretty low in the battle rating, so that's not surprising. And given its size, it's not actually that bad in mobility. It has decent turning, considering, though it is quite slow. And the last one I would have pulled out would have been the Churchill, because it's my oldest replica, and it's not as functional. I don't think it has a gyro in it, so it doesn't do too well on grass. But it's modeled after the, what is it, the NA-75 version. I'll show it in War Thunder to confirm it, but this one has a flamethrower, like, what is it, the Crocodile version? Which I don't have available to show off in War Thunder, and it doesn't have the fuel trailer, so it's kind of a weird mix between the two. But overall, it's not too shabby. I like the little shovels in the back, but nice little touch. So yeah, we'll head over to War Thunder to see it real quick, and then I'll close out the video. So here's the Churchill, the NA-75 model, which I think is North Africa 75, referencing the 75mm cannon on it. So we've got coaxial machine gun, and main cannon, and I've got the flamethrower in Trailmakers is where the machine gun is on this one. Well, the secondary machine gun, not the coaxial. And yeah, it's got definitely more handling than the Trailmakers version does. But it's still pretty slow, considering that it's a Churchill. But the cannon packs a decent punch. I don't think it'll get through the Panzer though. No. I'm not seeing any more from the front, but I can get through it. Was that a little flash on the top? Point. Ricocheted anyways. But yeah, that's the Churchill. So that's all the replica tanks I've done for now. And how they do in combat is, varies. Some of them do good, some of them do bad, and it's not always lined up with how they would perform in War Thunder, because they're just built for replicas. But anyway, that about wraps things up. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like or subscribe. It helps out the channel and makes me happy. And yeah, bye-bye now.